One of the things I want to touch on is that in addition to this helping the homeowners locally and also, you know, getting things worked out for the bank, it's also good for the community because we don't want people to walk away from homes or leave homes and have it that they are just either whether people have abandoned them or whether they need to be turned over to be sold again. So you are also taking homes that were perhaps not sold, they were foreclosed on.
Correct.
And you're turning them into homes that can be inhabited by new people coming in. And therefore, at this point, I'm sure when you're selling them, there's an opportunity to either improve it enough to make, you know, where it's a decent price, or to make it where it's an affordable option. But that's also part of what's going on.
Absolutely. It's a beginning to end process. And
Dave just touched on that earlier, and it's exactly what you were saying. DMS Homebuyers is also doing a community service, so to say. When there is a property that is abandoned, that everyone in Lynn has definitely seen all over the place.
Absolutely, and it ruins the property worse than it was
exactly,
before.
Or where's the owner?
Right.
It brings the property values to the rest of that neighborhood, to the rest of that street down.
Right.
DMS homebuyers will come in and purchase that property, you know, rehab it and improve the community. It's no longer an eyesore. They raise the property values for the rest of the houses, because since that house is down, it brings the property values down. So since we went in, we rehabbed it, it raises the rest of the houses on that street. And then also, like you said, we can bring in a affordable family, a low-income family, or affordable housing, create a housing situation out of it where, you know, just months ago this house was abandoned, but now it's back on a city's payroll. It's paying taxes and everything.
And it's better also at this point if people are getting mortgages, they obviously, because of the crisis, are being more aware of what's going on, both the banks, the people, everyone involved. So I think that when a new person comes to purchase it who maybe is not in a financially strained situation, we know they're going to get a better sort of situation with the bank at this point.
And we're able to supply beginning to end services, Cassie. Where if you come in and you do business with DMS Home Buyers as a distressed homeowner, shall we say, not only are we able to remove that distress from their life through the services that we provide, either, like I said, loan modifications or short sales, but okay, great, I'm short sale, now I've lost my home. Where do I go next?
Right.
Well, stay with us, because what we're able to then do is show you options within our database of properties that we can now put you into a scenario where you can maybe be in that scenario on a lease to purchase. So you would lease that property for 3 years with the intent to purchase in 3. And what you do is because we're an accredited reporting agency, we now reestablish your credit over that 3-year period of time.
That's great.
So when you want to execute and close on that property that you've been living in, you're now able to get a conventional loan against it. So we have a mortgage company, insurance company, real estate company, and we keep all of those entities together. What we then do is that people are now not lost in the mess of a large corporation.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, because you're a local.
People want to call a phone and talk to a human being. You tell me, guys, how many times have you been absolutely irritated and frustrated, you know, to talk to a human being, wait 72 hours and 42 minutes, and in the meantime, press 1 for an answer you don't need, press 2 for an answer you definitely don't need, press 3 for an answer, press 4 if you're really you know what I'm saying? I understand business is business, but let's keep it personal, for heaven's sakes, you know?
So you're enabling people to do that locally because you are local,
right?
And you made this business with that in mind.
Absolutely.
And we understand the situation, so we're not, you know, going to be as tough on them. So like Dave said, we keep them in the loop the whole way through. We're able to offer credit repair services and other services to help them reestablish themselves. And like Dave said, we can, you know, provide that lease option in one of our houses and then put you in another house too, maybe even also in the same area, so you're not really losing out too much.
Can we talk a little bit also about an organization that is a national organization that you have interest in starting a local chapter of, and can you describe a little bit perhaps about how you came to be interested in this group?
Sure, absolutely.
Either of you.
Well, you know, doing our work of rehab and everything, we came into the idea of, I guess, implementing or incorporating some at-risk youth to do the work. You know, I talked to a lot of friends who were like, Karimo, you need any help over there? Is there anything I can do with this and that? There's this program called YouthBuild USA. They actually just celebrated their 30th anniversary. It's a national nonprofit organization aimed at risk youth, 16 to 24 years old. Helps them further their education if they dropped out of high school, get their GED, things like that, post-secondary education. It's a program to, establish leadership development within their community, be able to give back, and just provide a better living for themselves. It's about a 12-month program. 6 months of the time they're in, educating themselves, attaining their GED. The other half of that time they're spent rehabbing housing for low-income families and affordable housing. So given the work that me and Dave do, we thought it would be a good idea to implement a program like this in the city of Lynn, to have, some of these at-risk youth, or excuse me, I don't even want to say it. They're 16 to 24 years old, but at 24, I don't think I'd want to be called a youth.
Okay.
Say young adults. So we figured it'd be a good idea to incorporate some of these young adults, to have them on the job site with us, to rehab these houses, since that's what we do anyway. So we decided to, develop we're in process of incorporating a national, a program for the city of Lynn, so hence the name YouthBuild Lynn. Hopefully that'll be coming soon.
So I want people at home to understand that because it's a national organization, if they do a version of YouthBuild Lynn, it's basically that there's different places all over the country who can follow along with this national group in the program that they've come up with.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So you're looking to set one up in Lynn. We actually have a little video that explains a little bit more about YouthBuild to give you a better idea, but it's something that now would involve not only helping the community as they've been doing, but to also help young people who want to have a chance to be involved in something special. So we're going to take a look at the video now, and then we'll be right back to talk more about it.